This is HomeSend 932, subject M. Conditions, sequencing. Target breached.
I repeat, target breached. But this does not excuse your lack of communication. All sisters were promised site sends after 365 and each 60 beyond. I still have not received a site send. So you're lucky I've accomplished what I have alone.
On the topic, HomeSends might become less frequent. No,
they will become less frequent. While this follows operating procedure for post-target acquisition, I just want you to know how it feels to be denied information.
To be denied familial contact. Never mind. I know I'm just another one of your experiments, and you have plenty of other HomeSends to listen to.
But that won't be for long. Soon you'll only pay attention to me. My target will outperform the others, and then you'll be sorry you've forgotten about me.
Send me a site send, damn it.
Traeger, how's Marna treating you? Ready to move on?
No, I'm actually off to put in a patient release request.
What? A day out? Just her? Hey, I didn't mean to offend. I'm just...
What?
I'm just trying to lighten the mood. You're so tense, and I've seen a lot of physicians come through who can't survive with that intensity.
I've got it under control, thanks.
Just... Marna has never spoken to anyone before, so treating her is almost...
Impossible? And I wonder why she's never spoken when she has a new physician every month. And how about treating her with common decency? I mean, for God's sake, she's a person on a fucking medical exam. Medical exam? She's not a fucking medical examiner. Medical exam. She's not a... Why am I acting like this? Why am I acting like this? Yes, Vanya is annoying, but this is... Focus. Let's just get the request and move on. Ugh. Ugh. East wing. This way.
I'll be with you in a moment. Well?
I'd like to request a patient release form. I wish to take my patient to the lake this weekend.
Fill out this form. I'll process it by Thursday evening.
Thank you, Mrs. Gertrude.
Be careful.
With Marna?
No, the lake.
how do you like this so far? She's smiling. Now, even that is an improvement. Maybe she'll open up faster than I initially thought. Would you like to start fishing?
Sure.
Right, so these are the bait, Marna, which we attach to hooks on the fishing poles. We have colorful metallic fake fish, and these refract the light and attract bigger fish. And then these are canned worms wiggling about here, and... Oh, you like the yellow one? Well, here, take it. These are the fishing poles, and this is the clear fishing line. And here's the reel, the guides, and the tip top. To cast, pull the rod back and release. Now reel it back in like so. Here's your rod, Marna. Why don't you try fishing the line through the eye? How can I best help you, Marna?
The line.
What?
The line. There.
Oh. Almost got it. Oh, watch it. Watch it. Shit. Oh, go. God damn it. Oh, my hand. God damn my hand. Damn it.
Here. I didn't like this dress anyway.
Thank you. Ring finger to wrist. Good God. What by a hook? I'll have to suture this tonight. I hope this doesn't stunt Marna's growth. No, I've gotten farther than any of these incompetent doctors. One setback won't hurt me. It was nice to see her smile. Maybe these new methods are working. Let's try the elevator today, and in the name of new methods. Great, not this lovely face. Ugh, and he won't even open the gate for me? What a prick this Carmichael is. True. Do you mind? Well, thanks. Marna, Oh, you already have silverware?
Cafeteria.
Well, theft is not quite what I was hoping to see, but I suppose it shows her rejecting that mousy personality. Do we want to move our place settings to the table? No? All right. I cleaned the floors well enough. Oh, damn it. Why did I put all of my weight on my bad hand? Oh, great. Now it's leaking through the gauze.
Let me see.
Why does it look newly cut? It's as if it happened a few minutes ago instead of half a day. Marna, wait. Your hand, it's completely healed. The scales have disappeared. Marna, give me your hand. What is going on? What is going on? Has this happened before? Marna, please speak to me. Have you done anything to your hand?
No.
Have you used any topicals?
No,
Have you used any pills?
I'm sorry. I don't know why this has happened.
This can't be coincidence. I can't sit here and act like nothing has happened. I'm going to retire for the evening.
Do you need help with bandages?
No, I've got it. She's gazing at her hand. Is that a faint smile? Have a good night, Marna. I hope you enjoy the trout.
Thank you.
Someone else trying to treat her? Could she have stolen a topical? No, she couldn't have gotten in there. I still need to suture this. Wait. This looks a lot like... No, that's ridiculous. But that's not a reasonable explanation, but her skin was perfect where mine was cut. This can't be happening. This isn't plausible. What if I try? No, I can't. Letter opener? Traeger, this is ridiculous. Just once more, to be sure. These smaller ones will be more indicative of the specificity and how depth varies the degree of healing. What is wrong with me? Do not do this again. If anyone sees this, they'll put you in a cell right next to Marna. No, the one furthest away. And how will you heal her then? Fix yourself up and get rid of that.
You are going to be sorry you forgot about me indeed. This is HomeSend 1061, subject M. Give me a site send, or conditions and target become none of your fucking business.
September 18th, 1898. It is the day following what could be the greatest medical achievement in Germany's history. I visited Marna with an unnerving excitement. To be truthful, I felt like a grenade bump into me and I would explode into an unintelligible, uncontrollable fever. I checked the correlating spots on her body, and Marna did think it odd when I adjusted her sleeve, and she smacked me when I lifted the hem of her medical gown, but when she peeked on her own, she understood. Both spots where I had succumbed myself revealed the same clear complexion as her face, with the leg region being opaquer and more defiant to those surmounting scales. To conclude, depth and severity of the wound does influence the degree of healing. I would put this on the medical file, but I don't find it suitable. I must write something believable, something that won't have me thrown out and taken away from her. I must stay for Marna.
This is HomeSend 1120, subject M. I'm glad I finally got through to you, but I'll have you know that I don't believe any of that bullshit that the transmitter was offset by gravitational waves. You're lucky I didn't become like Nora. You wouldn't survive a minute. I'd like to give you an ultimatum. Let me speak to Nora, and I'll give you more details into the transformation. Otherwise, wait and see for yourself. I wouldn't if I were you.
October 30th, 1898. The improvement has become more noticeable. I submitted my results under false treatment details to President Vladimin, and he has called a dinner for my achievements. I feel I am surpassing the imbeciles already. November 3rd, 1898. A revolutionary. President Vladimin called me a revolutionary, and for that I truly am. I have progressed from rank 60 to rank 10, the fastest any physician has ever moved. The other physicians revere or resent me, but I am fine with either. I wish I was talented enough to draw Carmichael's shocked face in the edges of this journal. Oh, what a marvelous sight. I am not to reveal my secret. Beneath my suit, no one can see the gashes that grate my limbs, that fill me with unspeakable pride. I have to mummify myself to prevent the secret from spilling out, but I am willing.
This is HomeSend 1144, subject M. Per our agreement, here's a taste of my transformation. It proceeds at a steady rate, and conditions are sequencing indefinitely. Oh, and I plan to extend my time here until further notice. Now, on to your half of the agreement. Nora, they told me this would get to you. I hope you're not dead, or worse, botched. But aren't we all a little botched now? Nora, do you remember that time in the incubator? How I vowed to excavate the terrarium? I still abide by that. I know this is a risk, but I'll find you, wherever they buried you.
November 30th, 1898. The wounds are taking longer to scar over than normal, but when they do, Marna's skin remains sterling. Over the last month, beating the hierarchy hasn't been my priority. Instead, it has been Marna, making Marna into the woman she was bound to be. I still don't know why it works, but I love that it does. Each slash sends waves of blissful shivers all over my body. Seeing Marna take on a porcelain glow, I am able to bring out more and more of her true personality. Together, we are sensational. March 13th, 1899. I have received other patients since the new year, but their needs do not move me the way Marna's do. Normal medicine doesn't interest me anymore. To think I would one day write that. April 10th, 1899, I have continued to move up the ranks. I even surpassed Carmichael, rank 3, much to the man's obvious irritation. He has no idea how I transitioned into a full physician so quickly. None of them do, but by now most don't question me. My new patients fly in and out of Corporal Hailung at record rates. I barely remember their names now. Each one contrasts to Marna so profoundly that I find treating them utterly challengeless. With Marna, the improvements have had to become subtler, especially with more eyes watching me. Even so, she beams with new life. I will continue to do it until she reaches perfection. June 15th, 1899. President Vladimin decided to step down, and it was only a matter of days before he chose a successor. The youngest of the Corporal Hailung physicians and of any ward staff in the country, I, Dr. Immanuel Traeger, am president of the auspicious Corporal Hailung ward.
Thank you for listening to Making Marna Act 2, Transformation. Making Marna was written and created by Julia Clendenin. Production and sound design by Julia Clendenin and the lovely creators of freesound.org. Making Marna's theme music, including Marna's theme, Traeger's theme, and Marnologue, were composed by Julia Clendenin. Special thanks to Dr. Lisa Yazik for being a fantastic mentor and supporting this project from its very beginning. Dr. Courtney Hoffman for granting us access to the Stephen C. Hall recording booth at any hour of the day. The President's Undergraduate Research Awards and the Center for Women, Science, and Technology for funding this drama. To the wonderful voice actors Jackson Vance, Carolyn Stanek, William Junn, Tyler Blevins, Michael Stanek, and Josh Bowling for their time, energy, and continued enthusiasm for making these characters come to life. And to our listeners for your continued support. Truly, I thank you. I'm Julia Clendenin, and stay tuned for Act 3, Culmination.